Anibojo, Kinawea, Benezi, Dijnikas, Wajashk, Dodom, Michisagig, Anishinaabe, Guanguaro, Haudenosaunee, Ganyegahaga, Alderville, Donjiba, North Bay, Ndayan, Anishinaabe, Ndau. Greetings, everybody. My name is Maurice Switzer. That's the name on my driver's license, and I've just used the Anishinaabe, the Ojibwe language to greet you and say that I'm a citizen of the Anishinaabe Nation, on whose territory this wonderful project, the Miskwaadesi, the painted turtle project, rests. And there's a lot of talk across Canada these days about reconciliation, and I think a lot of people aren't really sure about what that means, and it's basically about creating a better relationship between the Indigenous peoples who have been on these lands for thousands and thousands of years, and the people who came here and helped create, a state called Canada relatively recently, just barely 155 years ago. And it's about relationship building. And some people say, I've heard people say that they don't think that a really strong relationship ever existed. Well, it did. It existed in the form of treaties that made promises, and for many years the relationship between First Peoples and newcomers was quite positive, and so we're aiming through the current Truth and Reconciliation process to hopefully get back to that mutual understanding and respect. And this project that it was really the initiative of the North Bay Mattawa Conservation Authority, is, I think, a wonderful example of creating something that reflects that relationship, and it's situated on the banks of Chippewa Creek. It's it's about the land and respecting the land. It's about using a wonderful scenic spot, on that land for learning, and a lot of that learning will be about Indigenous contributions to what Canada has become, a very prosperous country, a country that many people around the world aspire to visit. And the Conservation Authority created, some really wonderful examples of that positive relationship with the North Bay Indigenous Friendship Center, working with City Hall, working with the North Bay Nipissing Public Health Unit, and as well as with local, project participants, including our architect and our builder, and the federal funder, FedNor. So we've got different levels of government and institutions, as well as just grassroots folks involved in creating what I think is going to be a wonderful addition to in the heart of the city. And it's one of the things that when the Friendship Center was asked to be a part of this project, one of the things that we asked could be included would be a flagpole, so that 365 days a year, for the first time anywhere in North Bay, an Indigenous flag will fly, indicating that that's Indigenous land that we're all on. So all of these things, I think, are setting a wonderful example for other people to to look at, to enjoy, and maybe to emulate in other activities and projects around the city, and we are especially proud to, you know, to be involved as a representative of in some way of over 8,000 urban Indigenous peoples that live in North Bay. And as well, we recognize that we are on the traditional territories of the people of Nipissing First Nation, who are part of that great Anishinaabe nation, which you know, which has been in what we call Ontario for thousands of years. So I can't express enough how wonderful I think this project has begun, and hope that so many people in the city of North Bay have the opportunity to visit it and hopefully take advantage of some of the programs that are going to be taking place there. It's going to be a wonderful space, and in the heart of the site is going to be a large petroform of a turtle. That's the name of the project, is Miskwaadesi. That's a painted turtle, and many of our turtles have 13 scoots or shapes on their back, and Indigenous peoples regard that as a calendar of sorts. There are 13 lunar moons in a year, and around the outside of those many species of turtles are 28 little shapes that represent the number of days in a lunar cycle. So there's a lot of cultural meaning being embedded into this site, and it's going to recognize the 4 directions with 4 cedar posts. And it's going to be a very special place, and I think that North Bay residents will really come to appreciate what it means, and share in the importance of really respecting our land, which is one of the key reasons, of course, why conservation authorities exist, is to protect you know, lands and waterways. And so we're very grateful to the Conservation Authority for taking this initiative, and we look forward to, you know, to helping make that space a prime visiting area in the city for many years to come. So miigwech, Nyawa.